to them.
Yeah.
We'll make this first question very easy. For 1 point, Carrie, in our 2 in order question of orderly fashion, name the 2 teams in the NBA from the state of Florida.
Name the 2 teams in the state of Florida. So we'll go with the Orlando Magic and the Miami Heat.
That is correct.
Yes.
That is correct.
Got it.
For your bonus point, from earliest to latest, tell me the year. Tell me who came first in entering the NBA. Was it the Heat? Was it the Magic? Who entered first? Who entered second? In what order did they enter the NBA?
We're going to go with Miami first, and then we're going to go with the Orlando Magic after.
That is correct.
Yeah.
You've got 2 points. You've earned 2 points. See, simple
I like
enough.
that. I like it.
Yes,
Yeah.
simple enough.
What was the first year for the Miami Heat?
1988.
Wow, I thought they came after the Magic.
No,
I would have had that
The
wrong.
Magic were in 1989. There were 4 expansion teams in this window. They had Charlotte and Miami in 88, and then Minnesota and Orlando came in 1989.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So
don't doubt me, Iowa Sam. I saw your face.
Never again.
now you're a football player, former football player. Probably played the Pittsburgh Steelers a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what I want to know what are the colors of the stars in the Pittsburgh Steelers logo, and in what order are they on their logo from top to bottom? You've got 3 lifelines here.
Wow.
Yes.
I've played
No
it so many
cheating,
times.
please. No cheating.
The funny part about the stars is for some reason I see red, but I am not accurate. I'm not clear on this. I'm gonna go with Isaac first.
Oh, jeez. What do I look like, Google?
Number 1 on your car radio preset hand, the new and improved iHeartRadio app. WINCAM Miami, WMIB FM HD2 Fort Lauderdale. Free never sounded so good.
1-1. He might have hit one out of the ballpark there. Out to right and deep. Second deck. He squared the bunt 2 pitches ago. And Kyle Stowers rips number 16 into the seats. Tied at 1, bottom 2.
Miami Marlins baseball is on deck.
Pitch to Connor Norby. He drills out to right center and deep. Frelick back. Track wall. It is gone. Connor Norby. He's getting right. 1-1 pitch. That one hammered out to left center field and deep. Martian Rojas back. They're looking up, and it's gone. Wag attack. A 2-run homer.
Marlins on deck. Brought to you by ADT, the official smart security partner of the Miami Marlins, and Norwegian Cruise Line. Experience more at sea. Let's head out to the ballpark. Here's your host, Steven Strong.
4 days too long. Nice job, Ricardo. Welcome. We are live from Lone Depot Park here in Miami on a humid 90-degree summer Friday night, but we are inside the cool comfort high above home plate inside Lone Depot Park. You're listening to Miami Marlins baseball on the radio. It's Fox Sports 940 Miami. Game 96 of 162. Can you believe it? 67 games remain as the Marlins open up the second half of the season post All-Star break for 6 contests in the 305. Now, for some teams, you look forward to that All-Star break, that reset. But for Miami, it was the opposite. Something has clicked since early June, and Clayton McCullough's squad has found a rhythm. 16-4 over their last 20 games with an opportunity to get off on the right foot here tonight. We're pumped to bring you game 1 of a 3-game interleague set between the 47-50 Kansas City Royals and the 44-51 Miami Marlins. It'll be Seth Lugo, 35-year-old veteran right-hander in season 10 and year 2 with the Royals. He will start for the 18th time this season. He will go opposite Sandy Alcantara, hoping the All-Star break served as a reset. He will take the ball for the 19th time in his 2025 campaign. Tonight, we get going at 7:30 right here on the Marlins Radio Network. Hi, everyone. Thanks for making Marlins on Deck a part of your Friday night. Hope you enjoyed the last couple of days off of Marlins baseball with Jack McMullen and 4-time World Series champion Jeff Nelson. I'm Steven Strom. We're going the distance here. We thank you for your participation. And again, I missed you, and it's great to have you back here as we head to the final stretch of the 2025 season. We'll first talk about where both teams are at coming into tonight. Clayton will join the program on the All-Star break, and Kyle Stowers. We'll get you at the count with Seth Lugo and Sandy Alcantara. Jack and Nelly will talk some storylines in segment 4. We'll get to our Expo question of the day at Marlins Radio and Steve guarantee to victory. So let's do where both teams are at. And we'll start here with the Royals. They're 3 games under 500, but this was a team that had high hopes headed into 2025 after reaching the ALDS. They won 86 games. They lost to the Yankees in the playoffs, but in all, they were looking to build off of a successful 2024, and they did so. To start this season, they were 31-28 entering the month of May. Then they proceeded to go 8-18 in June. They're 12 out of the AL Central behind the Tigers. They're 4.5 out of an American League wildcard spot, and it's really been because of injuries and the offense. Kansas City is 29th in baseball in runs per game at 3.8 and 29th in home runs. They're not scoring runs. They're not slugging, but they can pitch. They've been fabulous this year. 2nd in team ERA, 8th in team strikeout to walk ratio. The Royals are playing better as of late. They've already won as many games in July. They're 8-4 as they did in June. But again, it's getting late quick here for the Kansas City Royals. They still have their guy, Bobby Witt Jr., who's still having a heck of a year. He's hitting .346 with 13 extra bases, 5 home runs, 20 runs during his franchise record 26 road hit streak. So for the Royals, this is a big stretch for them. Trade deadline looming here July 31st. What will KC do? Obviously, the urgency to win is now here in Miami. For the Marlins, 44-51. Can you believe last year the Marlins were 33-63? They were 30 games under 500 at this point last year. The Marlins split in Cincinnati in their final leg of their road trip. They took 2 out of 3 with an exclamation point in Baltimore, and it was Kyle Stowers who went 5 for 5 on that Sunday before the All-Star break, 3 home runs, 6 RBIs. It was one heck of a way to head off to Atlanta. But all in all, Miami's played a consistent brand of winning baseball since June 13th. The Fish are 19-10 since then. They've got 3 legit arms in Edward Cabrera, Yuri Perez, and Jansen Junk, who give them a legit shot every 5th day. The bats, they've been clutch enough and contagious enough to get the job done, but there's questions that come with the next couple of weeks. First one, was this past month real? Second one, who will be here post July 31st? And lastly, can the Marlins play themselves into meaningful September games? The manager has some intel on that, Clayton McCullough. He will join me next as we get you ready for a 7:10 first pitch. It's the Royals. It's the Marlins. We're back in 2 minutes on the Marlins Radio Network.
1-1. That one hit well. Out to right center field and deep. You got the center fielder Mullins turning around. He's looking up, and it's gone. Welcome back, Kyle. Solo homer in the place that was his first home. Huge smile on Stowers' face as he rounds third. Homer number 17 on the year. And that opens scoring in the top of the second. 1-0 Fish.
Here's the 1-2 pitch now. Hit to right field. That's a liner, and it drops for a base hit. Throw from Laureano to the plate, and sliding in is Sanchez. He scores. RBI for Ramirez, number 41.
Thankfully just got in the nick of time, but that is hard. Opposite field power from Augustine.
Kyle Stowers now with a drive to right field and deep. Going back is Laureano. He looks up, and it is out of here. Home run, Stowers. He hit one in the second. He hits number 18 here in the third. It's a 2-run shot, and it's 4-0 Miami. Baltimore, breaking ball. That is ripped to left field and deep. Going back is Cowser. He limps, and he cannot get it. It's out of here. Otto Lopez, his 11th home run of the year. Back-to-back homers, third in the game already for Miami. How about 5-0?
2-2 from Young. Stowers hits one high and deep right again. Did he do it again? Oh, yeah, he did. The king of Baltimore, Kyle Stowers. Remember him? A 3-homer day. That's sending the All-Star to Atlanta in style. 2-run shot. 7-0 Fish in the top of the 5th.
And we're on a 3-game losing skid. 3-2 pitch. Runners go with the 3-2 and 2 outs. Base hit right field. Stowers rounding third. He will
Clayton McCullough with us now on Marlins on Deck as we welcome you back from the All-Star break in Atlanta. Hopefully you enjoyed a couple of days off, but I do want to start going back to the All-Star game. You watch Kyle Stowers struggle in spring training, have this monster first half, and ended in Baltimore like he did. Was there a moment watching him in that All-Star game of like, holy buckets, this guy really made this. He made it.
Yeah, it was so much fun for me to see him being able to interact with a lot of players that have been established for a number of years. And the feedback I got from players, from staff, it was so complimentary of Kyle, of just the first chance a lot of them getting to meet him. They always ask, what's this guy like? And I think as they had a chance to meet and speak with Kyle, they just realized how humble he is, how down to earth. Certainly the numbers he's put up are incredibly impressive. And watching him during the workout day, get out there and run around the outfield, and you're an all-star now, man. Embrace it, enjoy it. Him and Emma get to go do the red carpet, which is a cool thing. So I was just very happy for Kyle because he's worked so hard and earned that to be able to, have a chance to, be around those that, are the world is watching the All-Star game, and to be a part of that is really, really great for him.
Such a cool opportunity, and hopefully the first of many for Kyle and yourself. Okay, there was some unfortunate news. There was Connor Norby that underwent surgery, but it also opens up an opportunity for Graham Pauley. Can you give us sort of a glimpse of the conversations with Connor, and now, the message to someone in Graham Pauley, here you go, here's some runway at third base?
So Connor came in sore on that Saturday after the game Friday night, and had some imaging done in Baltimore. We wanted to send him out to Arizona to get some further imaging, just to maybe try to get a better idea of what it was. And when it was the hamate, was what diagnosed, and that was surgery was the best option to get him back quicker. Luckily, the hamate is a procedure that, for the most part, guys come back well from. So he was very disappointed in hearing that, and once he got the news that was what it was going to be. But I think that he felt very good about where he was, prior to that. So I think when he is healthy and able to come back, hoping that he's able to just jump in, finish the season strong, and have a really, productive off season. And for Graham, it was, you get a chance again to come back up here and, get some runway to go play. He performed well in AAA. He got a chance to go down and get regular at bats, get into a rhythm of things. He's now been up at the major league level a couple of times, so that's a lot of players follow that path where maybe it doesn't hit initially that that first or second time when you get a chance, but now here you are again, and hope the experience he's had in prior times here will help him in this one just to relax a little bit and go play, because we certainly know what he can do on the defensive side of things, which he showed that earlier in the year, and now offensively just try to go put together a really good at bat, not get too far ahead, and live in the moment and enjoy another opportunity to play in the big leagues.
Clayton McCullough with us now. Since June 13th, something has clicked with your team, and you're 16-4 in your last 20. I know fans maybe like to imagine the basketball locker room at halftime writing on a chalkboard of like bullet points, but if you did have to write bullet points of what you want to continue to see in the second half for your team, what would be some of the things that would be written down for your squad?
It could be, number one, continue to compete. I think that has been, even from day one, so early in the year with some of the walk-offs, our ability to come back late in games, we've showed a real ability to compete day in and day out. And I think for me, what's really maybe changed our fortune some in the win-loss column has been, number one, our pitchers have just aggressively attacked the strike zone. We have cut our walk rate down, substantially, which has, enabled us to not give up free 90 feet, extend innings. On the bases, I feel like we've really done a nice job of being aggressive, looking to take the extra base, and that hopefully that continues. And offensively, we just approach each day with, how are we going to beat this particular game starter? How are we going to attack this team's bullpen? So they're learning how to have a plan, have an approach that day, and not every day is the same. Right? So as a young group that's facing a lot of pitchers and teams for the first time, continuing to buy into that scoring runs here is tough in the big leagues, and some days it's going to be knocks, some days it's going to be via the walk and getting a few hits with runners in scoring position. Some days slug shows up, so finding ways to score runs, and a variety of ways to score runs is how over the long course of the season you're hopefully able to mitigate some of the real dry spells when offensively you're not clicking, at all, 100%.
With the task at hand tonight, Clayton, where does it start when you start to watch someone in Seth Lugo? What is the path to success against a guy that throws 7 different pitches?
That can be the challenging part. Seth's a really good pitcher, and I think as converted into the starter, he's really, blossomed the last couple of years in Kansas City. It's a full mix. He can change speeds very well. Can attack the strike zone, make a lot of pitches, tantalizing, and then they're, just off out of the zone for weak contact. So, again, it's another opportunity for us to be very stubborn with where we're looking. He's going to make some good pitches. He's going to get some soft contact. We just have to stay in the fight, make him work as hard as he can to get us out. Try not to chase him around the zone, which can be difficult when you have someone that has a real wide array of pitches and the ability to change speeds. And so that's what's going to be a challenge with Seth, is just us, trying to really funnel him into places in the zone that we feel like we can have success.
Clayton, thank you as always for the time. 67 games left. I cannot believe it. We'll break here. We'll get you at the count. Sandy and Seth Lugo, 7:10 first pitch on this Friday night from Lone Depot Park on the Marlins Radio Network.
1-1. That one hit well out to right center field and deep. You got the center fielder Mullins turning around. He's looking up, and it's gone. Welcome back, Kyle. Solo homer in the place that was his first home. Huge smile on Stowers' face as he rounds third. Homer number 17 on the year. And that opens scoring in the top of the second. 1-0 Fish.
Here's the 1-2 pitch now. Hit to right field. That's a liner, and it drops for a base hit. Throw from Laureano to the plate, and sliding in is Sanchez. He scores. RBI for Ramirez, number 41.
Thankfully just got in the nick of time, but that is hard. Opposite field power from Augustine.
Kyle Stowers now with a drive to right field and deep. Going back is Laureano. He looks up, and it is out of here. Home run, Stowers. He hit one in the second. He hits number 18 here in the third. It's a 2-run shot, and it's 4-0 Miami. Baltimore, breaking ball. That is ripped to left field and deep. Going back is Cowser. He limps, and he cannot get it. It's out of here. Otto Lopez, his 11th home run of the year. Back-to-back homers. Third in the game already for Miami. How about 5-0?
2-2 from Young. Stowers hits one high and deep right again. Did he do it again? Oh, yeah, he did. The King of Baltimore, Kyle Stowers. Remember him? A 3-homer day. That's sending the All-Star to Atlanta in style. 2-run shot. 7-0 Fish in the top of the fifth.
And we're on a 3-game losing skid. 3-2 pitch. Runners go with the 3-2 and 2 outs. Base hit right field. Stowers rounding third. He will score.
On deck with Steven Strom on the Marlins Radio Network.
All right, great to be back here on a Friday night, Fox Sports 940 Miami. Don't miss a moment of Marlins action. Download the iHeartRadio app. Make Fox Sports 940 the top preset to listen to every Marlins game this season. Ricardo Wanche back in the studio, holding things down. I'm Steven Strom, host of the program. Jeff Nelson and Jack McMullen will join me in the next segment. Again, 7:10 first pitch. Marlins playing some awesome baseball. Enjoyed a couple of days for the All-Star break. Kyle Stowers, Clayton McCullough represented in Atlanta. Let's get to roster moves first, and then we'll get you ahead of the count. Michael Peterson was acquired from Atlanta in exchange for cash considerations, option to AAA Jacksonville. Jesus Tinoco transferred to the 60-day IL. I also have an update on Connor Norby that you're going to have to wait for, but we will reveal that during the game at some point tonight. Craig Mish also will join the program as well with Jack and Nelly. All right, let's get you ahead of the count. We'll start here with Seth Lugo. What a journey it's been for the 35-year-old right-hander who's in season 10 in the show. This guy was a former 34th round pick of the New York Mets in 2011. Pitched there in 7 seasons. He came out of the bullpen. He pitched a season in San Diego, 2 in Kansas City. He was an all-star last year after throwing to a 3 ERA over 33 starts, and he's followed it up and honestly pitched even better. 6-5, a 2.67 ERA, 17 starts, 101 innings, 88 punch-outs to 31 walks. His strong year has consisted of really slowing down opponents' bats. The opponent batting average against Seth Lugo is 214. League average is 248. And since the beginning of June, he has found another level, a 1.54 ERA over 7 starts. Career-wise against Miami, again, he pitched for the Mets for 7 years. So 34 appearances, 7 starts, 4-1 with a 2.48 ERA. Career-wise against Miami, 69 innings pitched. And we mentioned it with Clayton McCullough. This guy throws 8 different pitches in Seth Lugo. A four-seamer, a curveball, a sinker, a cutter, a changeup, a slurve, a slider. And I looked at Jack McMullen and Jeff Nelson and said, a slow curve? I guess more on that in the next segment. Sandy Alcantara, 29-year-old right-hander who's in unfamiliar territory right now, will start for the Marlins tonight. 4-9, a 7.22 ERA over 91 innings pitched. Now, he did start off slow, but the start of Sandy's June brought some promise and hope. His first 4 starts in the month of June, 23 innings, 2.74 ERA in 4 starts. The last 3 starts prior to the All-Star break, a 9.53 ERA, 18 earned runs over 17 innings pitched. The only good news I have for you, the last time Sandy faced the Kansas City Royals, he threw a complete game shutout in 2019. So we'll see here if Sandy Alcantara and the reset of the All-Star breaks maybe serves as a recharge for Sandy. He will go opposite Seth Lugo tonight at 7:10. We got a bunch to talk about with Jeff Nelson and Jack McMullen. They will join me next on the Marlins Radio Network.
1-1. That one hit well out to right center field and deep. You got the center fielder Mullins turning around. He's looking up, and it's gone. Welcome back, Kyle. Solo homer in the place that was his first home. Huge smile on Stowers' face as he rounds third. Homer number 17 on the year. And that opens scoring in the top of the second. 1-0 Fish.
Here's the 1-2 pitch now. Hit to right field. That's a liner, and it drops for a base hit. Throw from Laureano to the plate, and sliding in is Sanchez. He scores. RBI for Ramirez, number 41.
Thankfully just got in the nick of time, but that is hard opposite field power from Augustine.
Kyle Stowers now with a drive to right field and deep. Going back is Laureano. He looks up, and it is out of here. Home run, Stowers. He hit one in the second. He hits number 18 here in the third. It's a 2-run shot, and it's 4-0 Miami. Baltimore, breaking ball. That is ripped to left field and deep. Going back is Cowser. He limps, and he cannot get it. It's out of here. Otto Lopez, his 11th home run of the year. Back-to-back homers. Third in the game already for Miami. How about 5-0?
2-2 from Young. Stowers hits one high and deep right again. Did he do it again? Oh, yeah, he did. The King of Baltimore, Kyle Stowers. Remember him? A 3-homer day. That's sending the All-Star to Atlanta in style.
Usa la promo aplican tarifas regulares. Ahorros comparados a Verizon 5G Internet más una línea Unlimited Welcome y AT&T Internet 300 más una línea Unlimited Starter SL. Requiere Xfinity Internet. Velocidades reales varían. Velocidades se reducen después del uso de 30 GB por línea. Los límites de datos y los ahorros reales varían.
Take the Marlins wherever you go. Download the iHeartRadio app and make Fox Sports 940 the top preset to listen to every Marlins game this season. It's great to be back with you, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed the last couple of days off for the All-Star break. Kyle Stowers represented Miami along with Clayton McCullough as well, who served as one of the coaches on the coaching staff for his former boss, Dave Roberts. All right, Nelly, you're the pro here. You played a long time in this game. What does the All-Star break look like for someone that isn't going to the All-Star game, and maybe some elements that we can watch out for tonight between the pitchers and the hitters?
Well, I think for relievers, it's welcomed because you've thrown a lot in the first half. So you look at those 4 days and you're like, okay, hey, I get to rest my arm. You're really not that rusty when you come back and get that first appearance. A lot of managers will try to get their high leverage guys in early to try to knock that rust off instead of wait till Saturday and Sunday. For a starter, you look at Sandy, he's at 8 days of rest. Sometimes that's okay. Other times you're going to look for maybe a little wildness, maybe a little too strong, maybe the velocity a tick up only because he feels really good, but the command will be off. Offensively, I think maybe the first time around you're just trying to get back into the swing of things. I think it's really tough for a ball player to flip the switch.
Yeah.
All of a sudden go 4 days off, and all of a sudden, now I got to kick it in. Now, for both of these teams, you have the Marlins playing very well, good, exciting baseball since the beginning of June. So I think they're really excited to get back. And for the Royals, they're in it. So they're trying to at least put together 2.5 weeks of trying to prove to their organization not to sell and to add.
Yeah, it feels a little bit like spring training at times where maybe the pitchers have a tad more of an advantage than the hitters. Jack, we got some unfortunate news. Connor Norby is on the shelf for the next 6 to 8 weeks, got surgery on that hamate on that hand. Graham Pauley now is going to get some runway at third base. Outside of just like average, what do you think the messaging to someone like Graham Pauley is at third base with some opportunity?
Yeah, I mean, I think the messaging is that you have opportunity. You have an extended runway right now. You have 6 to 8 weeks to prove that you can be the third baseman for the Miami Marlins, or at least a piece of the big league puzzle. And Graham, it might have felt like that at the beginning of the year when Norby was on the shelf with an oblique issue, and then Norby came back, and Pauley was kind of a part-time player for 2-3 weeks before going to Jacksonville. And he was playing really well in Jacksonville, but now he's back, and Clayton McCullough, I'm sure, is saying, hey, you're going to be in the lineup darn near every day. Prove to us that you are major league caliber right now, and you got the good patterns in as a jumbo shrimp, and you're here to contribute as a Miami Marlin. For Norby, you really feel for him. I've heard the appendix, or the hamate referred to as the appendix of baseball, where like it doesn't do you any good. It's there just to break, and it cost you, a month and a half to 2 months. And we saw Francisco Alvarez, the Mets catcher, deal with that earlier this year. Unfortunately, our guy Norby is dealing with that now. So thinking about Connor, but for Graham, this is an opportunity to prove with extended runway that you can be the guy at third base for the Fish.
He is in the lineup tonight, again playing third and batting eighth. Jeff Nelson, Jack McMullen, Steven Strom here. So this Royals team, Nelly, you saw them last year. They got to the ALDS. You felt like they probably could have beaten the New York Yankees. They've taken a step back. Why?
Well, a lot of injuries. Their outfield play, they have great outfield defense, but their outfield production is down. And offensively, they're not a great hitting team right now. That's something they're going to have to address. Their pitching has been great. Their starting staff, top 3 in baseball. Even the bullpen is pretty decent. So you look at the offense, for them to climb back in it. They're 4.5 out of the wild card. They're going to have to try to add offensively. They're building a new stadium. It's awful tough to tell your fans and community that, hey, we're going to try to sell some guys when they're trying to build a stadium. I think they can climb back in this. They're superstars with Perez and also Bobby Witt Jr. You can't just rely on these guys every single game. Even though they're that good, you can't rely on them every single game. So I think they do add. I think they do add offensively. It has been a disappointment. You look at the American League Central, everybody under 500, the best team in baseball might be the Detroit Tigers.
Yeah, and you know who they've relied on a lot, Jack, is Seth Lugo, 35-year-old who maybe last year you think, all right, fine. He kind of ran into an all-star game, 33 starts, a 3 ERA. He's come back and arguably been better. How does Seth Lugo do it?
By keeping you on your toes in a bad way from a hitting perspective for the entirety of a game. You're playing a guessing game with him. He has 10 pitches, and you say, okay, well, he's thrown a couple like 10 times this year. He has 6 or 7 that he'll go to consistently. And when you have hitters on their heels in the batter's box like that, you can win chess matches. And he is a grandmaster at chess in Major League Baseball right now. There are a couple around the league. I think about Ranger Suarez, the way that he operates. That's a guy that can really do it. And Seth Lugo is right there for me. This guy is an all-star caliber pitcher by being a throwback, and he gets it done by not overpowering you, by just beating you at the mind game. So Seth Lugo, it's a matter of picking your poison, and Clayton McCullough said it best, picking a spot, because picking a pitch, you're done for. You got to pick a spot in the zone.
Jack McMullen, Jeff Nelson. Last one for you, Nelly. Sandy, I feel like you get this question all the time, every fifth day. What does it look like? How can he do it? How does he find success, particularly tonight, maybe against this lineup that you mentioned, 29th in baseball in runs per game and 29th in team home runs?
Yeah, you look at Sandy, and what did Yogi Berra say? This game's 80% mental, the other half physical. It is a lot mental. I would say 60% mental, 40% physical. I think the mental game is really crushed him, but that's because of the physical part.
Yeah.
He's a big mechanical guy. When that goes wrong, and that's what happens, it's all around the rubber. And if you can fix that, then I think he has success. You're thinking 4 days of that All-Star break, he's a competitor. It's basically 4 days of more agony until you get out there and try to throw out a good outing. And that's 6 innings of maybe 2-run ball. You would love to see that.
Awesome.
And then you turn it around mentally.
Right. Absolutely. Good job, boys. Good start. Great to hear from you guys. And great to hear from you in about 13 minutes. We'll break Expo question, Steve's guarantee. And then we'll play some baseball. Seth Lugo, Sandy Alcantara, 7:10 first pitch right here on the Marlins Radio Network.
1-1. That one hit well. Out to right center field and deep. You got the center fielder Mullins turning around. He's looking up, and it's gone. Welcome back, Kyle. Solo homer in the place that was his first home. Huge smile on Stowers' face as he rounds third. Homer number 17 on the year. And that opens scoring in the top of the second. 1-0 Fish.
Here's the 1-2 pitch now. Hit to right field. That's a liner, and it drops for a base hit. Throw from Laureano to the plate, and sliding in is Sanchez. He scores. RBI for Ramirez, number 41.
Thankfully just got in the nick of time, but that is hard. Opposite field power from Augustine.
Kyle Stowers now with a drive to right field and deep. Going back is Laureano. He looks up, and it is out of here. Home run, Stowers. He hit one in the second. He hits number 18 here in the third. It's a 2-run shot, and it's 4-0 Miami. Baltimore breaking ball. That is ripped to left field and deep. Going back is Cowser. He limps, and he cannot get it. It's out of here. Otto Lopez, his 11th home run of the year, back-to-back.
Werner Hoffman, Greg, and Garcia, where Miami's injured find their strength. Call us now or visit wernerhoffman.com. Let's win this together.
This summer, Cuba Vera and the Miami Marlins are bringing game to your wardrobe. From breezy guayaberas to elevated linen suits, Cuba Vera has the effortless styles you need for any occasion. Shop today and use code CUHomeRun at cubavera.com to receive 15% off your purchase. Limited 1 coupon per customer per transaction. Excludes taxes and shipping. Not redeemable for cash. Not valid with any other offers, promotions, or discounts. Not valid on gift card purchases. No adjustments on previous purchases. Offer only valid on qualifying purchases at the participating Cuba Vera stores at Dolphin Mall, Sawgrass Mills, or online at cubavera.com. This offer is valid until September 1st, 2025. Other exclusions may apply.
Number 1 on your car radio preset and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. WINCA in Miami. WMIB FM HD2 Fort Lauderdale. Free never sounded so good.
All right, folks, we are 10 minutes away from game 1 of this 3-game interleague set. It's the Marlins. It's the Royals. Couple days off for Miami. They'll welcome in KC for 3, and then San Diego Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Sandy Alcantara will go opposite Seth Lugo. I'm Steven Strom. Hello, everyone. Thanks for hanging out with us on a Friday night from Lone Depot Park, Fox Sports 940 Miami. Ricardo Wanche back in the studio, holding things down. Jeff Nelson and Jack McMullen have your call again in about 10 minutes. Let's get to our Expo question today at Marlins Radio. Kyle Stowers was college teammates with what current Royals pitcher? Shout out to you, Jack McMullen. Ricardo, whenever you are ready, I am ready for Steve's guarantee.
Batter up. Batter up. Let's play some ball. First pitch is moments away. Time now for Steve's guarantees.
Big storyline, I think, is Graham Pauley. I'm going to continue to say it. He's going to get some runway at third base. I like him to have 2+ hits tonight. And when Miami's offense is cooking, it means that the bottom half of that lineup is stringing together good ABs. You look at the top, Xavier Edwards, Jesus Sanchez, Otto Lopez, Augustine Ramirez, Kyle Stowers. I really enjoy looking at that bottom 4. Liam Hicks, Dane Myers, Graham Pauley, Nick Fortes. All those guys have shown ability to put together, strings of pretty good weeks. I like Graham Pauley now to become one of those guys that string together a nice couple of weeks. No Connor Norby. Graham Pauley is going to get some playing time at third base, and he's going to get a ton of ABs against right-handed bats, so I like him to have 2+ hits. Folks, I hope you got the itch for first pitch, because when we come back, Jack McMullen paints a picture. Jeff Nelson, he's ready to rock. Starting lineups in first pitch is right around the corner. Thanks for tuning in to the Marlins On Deck pregame show. I'm Steven Strom. Let's flip the M together, Miami Marlins baseball. It's next on the Marlins Radio Network.
Lowe's knows hot deals.